Okay, this is part two of the video. Might turn into a series after this one, but this is definitely part two to the video. For whatever reasons, it had to be a part two. Uh, like I said in part one, if you caught the video, at the end of the day, if you want someone to do something, you have to give them a reason. And in today's subculture of popular, being cool, being hip, being in style, having swag, or whatever they use today, just like with the little car games kids play. We used to say bingo, now they say key lock. Still same game, just different name. The game don't change, just the name of the game and what the players got on. Just like the uniforms of the NBA. They used to have on short. Now they got on these type shorts, but they still playing ball. Because that's how they get paid. You get paid when you play ball. But part two is dealing with the second part of what I was talking about. From thugs to savages. But the original savage life was the Indians. The Indians, they copper-colored people of natives to this land. And at the time, they had settlements, and those Europeans came over and said, well, this is the perfect spot, because if you're going to build up a settlement, you're going to put about water and the resources that you need to continue that settlement. Like Columbus, it was a bustling city because it's built on the river. That's why Columbus became so wealthy. But at the end of the day, the people are already here, but they in the best spot to be in here. They got here first. Just like when you get to the movies and your seat, that the best seats are already gone if you get there late. When you get there first, you get the best seats. So they had the best spots already picked out, all up and down the Chattahoochee, the Mississippi River, all up and down what we call the East Coast. So everywhere these Europeans were landing, the best spots was already occupied. So we had to get rid of these people. But you just can't say you're a Christian or European lawmaker and just come over and murder the people. That's just like a home invasion. I can't take your house through home invasion, but I can devalue your property in many other ways, give you loans you can't pay for, and then just take the house like that. Okay, so basically they labeled the Indians as savages. But in the 90s, you had thug life. But the reason thug life came because in the 90s, if you go back, you will understand that before gangster rap, the rappers was rapping about things that I'm speaking to you about in this video. They were talking about self-education. They were talking about health. They were talking about love. They were talking about how to make peace. And they were talking about what is being done in society. But they didn't want that. So they had to change that. Rap was positive. Go back and look it up. Go do your research. Y'all complain about rappers calling women out of their name, but rap originally was positive. But then with the creation of the nerd, it became weak and uncool to be smart, to dress nice, to do your homework. That was something for punks now and nerds. But you could, if you didn't want to be a nerd, like Urkel, you could be a thug, like Tupac. And you could live the thug life, throwing up your sign, west side, just like me, from downtown. I'm throwing it up. I'm from that west side. And I was young, throwing up the W, represent BTW, thugging. But at that time, I was a child, so I had an excuse or a reason to do things that didn't make no sense. Because now BTW is gone, but I'm still here. They tore the bricks down, but they can't tell what's the foundation down. So I didn't need this right here to represent me, because I'm represented by the image of God. But I embraced thug life, and a lot of my friends, Tupac was like an idol to them. A living God on earth, who they worship this man to where, nigga, I kill somebody for Tupac, I die for Tupac. Thug life. So now today's youth is in a different position. But the only difference is They have me. See, I didn't have me because they had took all the me's, like the KRS-Ones, the Public Enemies, and, you know, the Rakims, guys that was actually spitting real knowledge, and replaced them with the Tupacs, the Jay-Z's, and the Nas's. Knowledge mixed with fucking coke and money and guns and blood. I'm not talking about men living or dead. I'm just saying the facts. Go through their lyrics and you will find bits and pieces. But majority of what you will see is gangsterism, thugism, and savagism. Not perfectionism. Not wisdom. But that was a cultural change because just like with Bill Cosby, you had the Cosby Show, you had positive rap, you got successful black people on TV doing successful things, you got rappers talking about wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, putting guns down, stop the violence, you know what I'm saying? All that. Self-destruction. You're headed for a self-destruction. If you go back and listen to that song, look it up, self-destruction, they will tell you what was happening because they was there. That's why they got rid of all of them. Because like I said, you won't get paid unless you play ball. The first thing you got to do is put on a uniform. And now the uniform is tattoos all over your face. Don't even know if you're a fucking man or a woman. And you just run around a savage. So guess what? When you get shot down in the streets, yeah, your mama gonna cry and your brother gonna want to ride. But he probably ain't. But he gonna want to. Because he a savage too. But at the end of the day, society is not going to care. Because when they show your picture, you're going to have tattoos all over your face. And you're going to look like what do we call savages now. Now, it doesn't make it right that they do things like this. But it doesn't make it any better that you help them. Find your own identity. But if you get your identity from rap, then you are one of the Trayvon Martin's way to happen. You're going to get killed by one of the young black men that look like you or the police. Or you're going to spend a long time in jail because you were living that savage life. You didn't have to do that because you made a choice. There's many choices out here, but the one you choose, that's your choice. And you can't blame nobody for the choices that you make. Now, this is part 2. Be on the lookout for part 3 in what I like to call From Thugs to Savages. The mechanization and destruction of the black youth. Have a good day. I love y'all. Peace.